Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about some of the most confusing scenes in Prometheus. I will not explain the whole plot of the movie. I just assume that you have seen the movie if you click on this video. I want to talk about the events before and after the squid baby surgery scene, because I think there is very stupid stuff in it. So the scene starts with David telling Shaw that she is pregnant with an alien organism. Then he numbs her and calls for two people to get her to cryosleep. Why didn't David directly do this when she was unconscious? Anyway, the two crew members arrive, Shaw wakes up and fights them. The point that I don't get about this, she knocks the two attackers to the ground, but they are not unconscious. Shaw runs off but does not lock the door behind her. I mean, yes, the two crew members maybe need some seconds to stand up again, but they make no attempt to follow her later or make any report to the other security members about her escape. She does not run really fast because she is about to give birth at any second to this alien squid thing. She even sits down in the corridor for a moment. If the two crew members really wanted to catch her, it seems not to be that much of a challenge. The ship is not that big, and I can't really imagine that she would be able to hide somewhere. So Shaw makes it to the medpod room, and again, the door is open and she doesn't try to lock it. Then she is able to pull off the surgery without anyone interrupting her. I mean, I'm sure that it was an order from David or Vickers to put her to cryosleep. Why are they not searching for her? So after the surgery, Shaw stumbles around the ship, and when she reaches the room where Peter Weyland is hanging around with his henchmen, the two crew members from before are there. Why trying to put her to cryosleep in the first place if it isn't that big of a deal? I mean, at this point 3 people in this room know that there is a maybe dangerous alien organism on the ship. I love how no one asks her a single question after she enters the room full with blood and in her underwear. They just look surprised but don't care what happened. Especially David, who should know what happened, but not where the alien organism is. What about Weyland? He just woke up. On his ship is an alarm going because Fifield was killing people in the hangar deck, and now the lead scientist of his space mission enters the room blood-soaked and with a scar all over her stomach. Why does he not ask immediately, what the fuck is going on my ship? Why does no one care at all? There is an alien octopus in the medpod room. Why does Shaw not tell them that they can make sure that it's dead and don't cause us any problems later? Which it does, by the way. Why is this scene so detached from everything else in the movie? No one is stressed or frightened. At this point in the movie, 7 crew members died because of alien snakes, zombies or mutation. But it does not seem to concern anyone except for Shaw. It's kind of funny that the whole rest of the movie, no one takes notice of the giant octopus creature on board of the ship. They just go with it. Something else I noticed in this scene is that there are 4 henchmen of Weyland left, and only 2 of them go with him to the last surviving engineer. Later, Yannick crashes the Prometheus into the engineer ship, but before he asks Vickers and his co-pilots to leave, but he asks no one else. So these 2 crew members are maybe still on the ship and don't know what's coming. Kind of a dick move from Yannick to assume that they are just fine with his suicide mission and want to die with him. Now you maybe think they escaped like Vickers, or they are waiting in the car outside the pyramid where Weyland is at the time. Okay, but you don't see that, and even if this is the case, Shaw leaves the planet with David at the end, and left them on the planet if they are alive. Would also make no sense at all. Something about Vickers' lifeboat, as they call it in the movie. So this thing must have some kind of autopilot, but why does it crash by landing? Could be that it's unusable now, and most of the things inside are destroyed. What's the point with this lifeboat then? Yannick says you can survive in it for 2 years, so there is no cryosleep pod in it? If I would have been stranded on this planet, I would like to go to cryosleep until help arrives. Otherwise you have to wait in this shitty destroyed living room for 2 years. Who says that help arrives in this time span anyway? Something else I think is kind of dumb is that Weyland expects this last engineer to be able to give him eternal life. On this planet is an engineer military installation. Is it not possible that some of them are just soldiers and don't know anything about how the black goo works? The one they wake up seems to be the pilot because he can fly the ship. In case of humans, it's unlikely that, for example, a doctor could fly an Air Force jet too. Not impossible, but unlikely. We must assume that every engineer has the same education. They are an advanced species, But I think it's kind of strange that all of them should have the same IQ and are educated in every field. The engineers in Alien Covenant didn't seem to be very intelligent. So there must be smart and less smart engineers. If they are that wise, why is the surviving engineer just an aggressive guy who beats everything that stands in his way to death? I never saw Elon Musk doing that. Maybe it's just a cultural thing. Or they are using too much steroids. Anyway, these were some things about Prometheus I really think are stupid. Like I said in my last video, I'm a big fan of the first two Alien movies. And that's why I'm so disappointed with Prometheus. It is a far less intelligent movie than Alien from 1979, and this film was just a high-standard horror movie. I don't like that they toned down the high concepts of H.R. Giger. Everything is less organic in design, and the space jockey is just a bald guy in a suit. Even the people who like this movie have to admit that there is stupid stuff in it. Alien was a carefully, well-made movie with a lot of new interesting ideas. And Prometheus only toned down these ideas and thrown some religious stuff in it. Okay, the new space jockey concept could have worked, but the stupid script makes it nearly impossible to take the film seriously. Anyway, did you like the movie? What is your opinion on the humanoid space jockey and the religious stuff? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching.